child who's ever had a vaccination and who's had a fear of needles. You know how troubling that can be as a parent, right, in the doctor's office?
Yeah, in our family, we've actually been lucky. My wife has been more freaked out than my kid, and she's a doctor, so that makes no sense. But Dr. Don Schifrin, longtime pediatrician on the east side at UW here in Seattle, so glad you're joining us as you do every week. You've been dealing with this since you became a doctor. Has it changed over time? Are people more scared, less scared than they used to be?
I think it's about the same.
Yeah.
This is the conundrum that both parents and pediatricians face, and the research shows that about one quarter of adults and about 2/3 of children at some point are going to have a little what we call needle phobia, are going to be really fearful of their shots. And unfortunately, the great public health, shall we say, victory of immunizations, and we now have immunizations against 14 deadly bacterial and viral diseases. There's no other way to get these vaccinations in other than the quote-unquote needles. So being a parent and knowing that your child or you have some needle phobia, there are some do's and don'ts. There are some do's and don'ts.
Okay, I'd like to hear this because my 7-year-old has what's called needle phobia. I mean, the last time we took her in to get a flu shot, we
Like how
had
bad?
to. Well, I mean, she knew it was coming. We said it was just going to be a poke. And the nurse and myself had to basically hold her down. She is shaking and crying hysterically.
Which makes it harder to get the needle in, right?
Well, yeah, she can't. So I mean, I didn't think it was actually going to happen. I thought we're going to walk out of this office. There's no way. And we eventually did. But I didn't really know what to do, what to tell her. The nurse was being very patient. But, you know, they can't actually do the vaccination or the flu shot if the child is waving and moving around, right?
Well, in my 40 years, we've seen things from squirming to actually running out of the building.
Really?
Running out of the building to avoid the shot. So there are some do's. First of all, be real. Don't oversell or undersell the vaccination. Obviously, you don't want to say things like, oh, it's not going to hurt, or it's just going to be a little needle, or don't worry, or be more like your brother who's very brave. This is a real issue with kids, and there's difficulty in saying to them, you know, if you don't behave, the doctor is going to give you a shot, or the nurse is going to give you a shot, or if you don't behave and you squirm, it's going to hurt more. Right. And again, that's the last thing you need to do is throw gasoline on an already boiling bonfire. So the do's are be calm.
Okay.
Be real and say, yes, it's going to hurt, but it's only going to hurt for a minute. And then you can invoke the superhero image of, we're going to put inside your body, you know, big time protection to protect against the superhero invaders, those germs. And then afterwards, again, provide immediate relief. Snuggling, cuddling, give them positive rewards for saying you were very brave, even if they were squirming a lot. And sometimes if they're really panicked and petrified, you may need to have the doctor or the nurse leave for a couple minutes to try and get them to calm down, and that's your job as well. And a lot of times, again, firmly holding them can be an issue. So I've had parents say, you know, maybe it'd be better if the nurse or doctor helped because I can't seem to hold you still enough for them to give you the vaccination.
We've only got a minute. Is it sometimes better if the parents leave, if you can kind of sense that they're causing the anxiety? Do you ever use that where you just say mom and dad?
If the parents are also fanning the flames, as we say, I've also said to them, if you want to leave, you can, or you can stand by while we do the vaccination as well. But again, provide immediate relief. Snuggles, cuddles. I've actually had parents try to show youngsters videos to give them relief after a shot. This is not something we recommend. We recommend human contact after the vaccination. And
What
also
about during the vaccination?
Like distracting
Distract them to just sort of, you know,
What about that?
refocus.
it's very difficult to distract a youngster who's petrified and screaming, trust me.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Very difficult. Although I have had them hold my hand, squeeze my arm as hard as they can. And again, the doctor and the nurse could provide immediate relief, and positive comments is also very valuable. So don't undersell it, be calm, and also be real, provide immediate relief and some rewards. If you promise a reward, even if they were squirming and panicked, give them that reward.
Give them the ice cream afterwards.
Great advice.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Don.
you, Dr.
Always
Don.
a pleasure.